For the city of Apache Junction. Today's date is December 8th, 2025, and the time is 5:30. Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Rudy, roll call, please.
Chairman Danford.
Here.
Vice Chair Klett.
Here.
Commissioner Cooper.
Here.
Commissioner Meek.
Here.
Commissioner Smithson.
Here.
All present. We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Cool. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I motion we approve the consent agenda. Second.
Rudy, roll call, please.
I'm sorry, who did the second? Catherine.
Over there.
Commissioner Smithson.
Yes.
Chairman Danford.
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett.
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper.
Yes.
Commissioner Meek.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Announcement of artwork. Does the commission have any artwork to discuss? Anything that we've seen that we like? You always see stuff.
I don't have anything new.
Okay, moving on.
Well, we did get the email from Erica, and I've been driving by, and I do love seeing the high school artwork that is now on display over there by the high school.
Yes.
Ironwood and Southern.
Yeah.
Ironwood and Southern by Shayla Sebastian Marcos. It was installed on 11/24. I'm going to actually come back here on Friday and take a picture of her and the cabinet, and there will be a press release next week.
Nice.
There are no public hearings this evening. There are 3 items to discuss under old business. An update on the AJ High School Traffic Contest, which I think she just gave us.
Yeah, that's it.
A discussion on available art funds and progress on the call to artists. So I guess we just had the update on the public art contest. Rudy, I guess you have a discussion on available art funds?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've got about $500,000, maybe just a little over $500,000 in the Public Art Fund.
Wow.
Suffice it to say, we need to spend some money. And one of a couple of ideas, of course, we're still working through some of the issues on the ADOT roundabout, which is probably going to be a big, expensive project, our next big, expensive project. But we've also got a lot of additional traffic cabinets in the city to wrap. So, Erica, we've got a call for artists in process or done or ready to go.
So that will actually be live hopefully tonight. So we're going to be we released it today. Hopefully it'll be live tonight. And actually Diane is here. She can talk a little bit about that. And I have it right here.
Erica, how many more cabinets potentially
So
do
we
we
have
to wrap?
a total of 16 cabinets.
Okay.
And we have the next cabinets that are going to go out are 5 cabinets. One is the patriotic theme right here on Idaho and Superstition, and then the other 5 are along Ironwood. So Ironwood Drive and Superstition Boulevard, Ironwood and Ray, Ironwood and Radiance, and Ironwood and Baseline.
And we did check with ADOT, and ADOT's not wanting putting wraps on their cabinets on Idaho. Idaho is a state route, you may recall, so unfortunately, we're not doing wraps on Idaho.
That's correct. They don't want anything to do with it.
What, are they being crabby or what?
ADOT, that's what they want.
ADOT's being
That's right.
Diane?
Ready?
Okay.
Thanks, Diane.
Okay, as Erica mentioned, we have a call to artists that's going out tonight or tomorrow. And this is going to be a huge help for some of these smaller projects. We're going to be doing a lot of utility cabinets. So we're going to create a pre-qualified artist roster. There's no set number of artists who can be selected for this. We're going to be posting this everywhere, Arizona Commission on the Arts, ArtsLink, Southern Arizona Arts pages. So it'll be broadcasted not just on this website, which is how they apply, but they're going to be, public artists are constantly looking at different websites to see what's new. And this is going to be very helpful for the next 3 years. So We're going to get artists to apply. We'll have a panel of arts professionals going over the submissions and then select the artist. Once we have an opportunity, a panel will look at the artists who have been selected, who are on that list, and select the best artists for that particular project. So the budgets vary quite a bit. It could be $2,000 or so for, you know, what your utility box wraps are, up to $150,000. For a major project, we will probably do a completely separate call to artist, and it may be national. The roster is only for Arizona-based artists. So, any questions?
Does this go out on, just to like promote it, the Apache Junction Facebook page and like Instagram? And does it, my daughter actually is on the Facebook page, and so she keeps me up to date with everything going on.
It will go on all our
All of
social
them?
media.
Okay.
Yes.
And it'll be on the city website on the public art solicitation page as well.
So that was a yes, social media?
That's
What?
correct.
That was a
yes.
yes for social media?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Diane.
I see them popping up all the time.
Yeah.
For artists.
There are 2 new items under new business. The first item is the election of chair and vice chair. It's that time of year again. So we now will open the nomination process. Can I have a motion to open the nominations for chairperson?
So moved?
Second,
Actually, someone needs to make the motion now.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yes, you did. Never mind. And you got a second. Roll call?
Chairman Danford,
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett,
yes.
Commissioner Cooper,
Yes.
Commissioner Meek,
Yes.
Commissioner Smithson.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman. Nominations for
for-
chair are open.
I now call for nominations for chairperson.
I nominate Jeffrey.
Thanks.
And then, do we second that?
If you want, or
Okay.
you can nominate someone
Yes.
else if you want.
Or do we wait and,
Yeah, no, we don't second anything.
Okay.
I make the call 3 times. and
right,
then
right,
I
right.
call for nominations for chairperson. I call for nominations for chairperson. Huh? 4 times. Can I have a motion? Are there any other nominations? Just me, huh? I feel honored. Can I have a motion to close nominations for chair?
Motion, we close nominations for chair.
Can I have a second?
Second?
Rudy, roll call?
Commissioner Smithson,
Yes.
Commissioner Meek,
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper,
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett,
Yes.
Chairman Danford.
Yes.
Nominations are closed, Mr. Chairman.
I'm happy to stay vice chair unless somebody else wants to try it.
There was only one nominee for chairman.
Right. So now we move on to the vice chair. Can I have a motion to open nominations for vice chair?
Mr. Chairman, just
What, ma'am, sir?
1 second. I think we still need to officially vote you in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
So
mean
we need a
I'm
motion and a
unofficial?
second.
At this point? Okay. So I now call for a motion to approve Jeff Danford for chairperson.
So moved? Second?
Roll call?
Chairman Danford,
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett,
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper,
Yes.
Commissioner Meek,
Yes.
Commissioner Smithson.
Yes.
Congratulations, Mr. Chairman. You are chairman again.
The gavel.
Yeah.
Now open, can I have a motion to open the nominations for vice chair?
So moved?
Okay. Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call?
Commissioner Smithson,
Yes.
Chairman Danford.
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett,
Yes.
Commissioner Meek,
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper.
Yes.
The nominations for vice chair are open, Mr. Chairman.
Cool. I now call for nominations for vice chair.
So moved?
No.
No, we need to nominate a person.
Oh, we
Now
nominate.
Sorry.
now I need to
I
say-
nominate Gretchen Klett. for vice chair.
Second? Oh, okay. I call for nominations for vice chair. I call for nominations for vice chair. And I call for nominations for vice chair. Don't you love bureaucracy?
But it goes as smoothly.
Can I have a motion to close nominations for vice chair?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Cooper,
Yes.
Commissioner Meek,
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett,
Yes.
Commissioner Smithson,
Yes.
Chairman Danford.
Yes.
The nominations are closed. We had one nominee, that would be Gretchen Klett.
Okay, I now call for a motion to approve Gretchen Klett for vice chairman.
I
Or vice
motion we
president.
approve Gretchen Klett for vice chairman.
I'll second it.
Rudy, roll call?
Commissioner Smithson,
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper,
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett,
Yes.
Chairman Danford,
Yes.
Commissioner Meek.
Yes.
Congratulations, Gretchen, you are Vice Chair once
Now
again.
have some
Very
officers.
much.
The second item is the discussion on the annual AJHS Student Public Art Contest. Erica?
So I got a suggestion from Commissioner Meek about doing an annual contest with the students, because this one went so well. I thought it was actually really great. We got some great submissions. Maybe we can do this again. Now, unfortunately, the rest of the cabinets will be taken with the artist roster. And the existing design will last about 3 to 5 years. So we were thinking you guys can come up with some additional ideas for an annual student contest. Now, she cleared this with Joel. It's okay to do it with local sponsors. It does have to be a private donor. So maybe the top 3 submissions can get a prize like $250, $125, $75. But they do have to be private donors.
Erica, can you speak in your mic a little more?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so short. This mic is so short.
So are we responsible for finding the private donations? Or are there, I don't want to say a list, but maybe some business names in the community that have donated in the past to things and would donate again?
Well,
That is a great question.
I was kind of thinking, we have a lot of local artists. We have a lot of individuals and organizations that really support the kids. Or there's also the possibility of approaching one of the existing nonprofits to just kind of put a call out to people, hey, we're doing this, we need some people to donate some money, and have it collected by one of the nonprofits. I'm not sure about the legality. I know some people that would write a check for $400
Yeah.
to sponsor and encourage some artists. And I was thinking, we didn't have the greatest turnout for this contest, but if we started having something annually, even like, I was looking at those windows up there. We have 8 windows along the top out in the foyer, about 3 by 3. If we had a contest each year and we offered the prizes, maybe we could encourage some of the high school age kids to get involved in art. And hey, it actually does have the potential of getting some recognition.
Getting them involved in the community and things.
Joel, how would that work with the private donations?
Mr. Chair, Commission, yes, people can donate. They can donate to the city, and they can dedicate it to this particular purpose. Doesn't have to be through a 501c3.
Okay,
In fact,
so-
that complicates it, I think.
Okay.
So I think you would just have them donate to the city with it earmarked specifically for this purpose. That's the better way to do it.
Cool.
They could set it aside for this particular purpose.
Okay.
And finance could take the money that way, and they could do that.
I like that suggestion. Erica, can we work on that? what
Yeah.
has to be done on it.
Yeah, we can work on that. I was hoping you can come up with suggestions for this idea.
Yeah, we were talking, I didn't realize all the cabinets were being spoken for already.
Oh,
So I
right,
was thinking different windows, and as we're sitting here, I'm looking out there going, there's windows.
Yeah.
And Erica mentioned also the MGC and the library have windows.
Yeah.
I don't know if at some point a business would say, hey, we'd like a mural, maybe 1 year, yeah. If we start doing this and people are aware of it, we, could start spreading the word unofficially, asking, letting businesses know that, if they have a blank wall and they'd like a mural, maybe we could open it up.
What if we married it to a particular business each year? That business sponsored the
Exactly.
contest, and then they get play, that business and the kid gets play that year, so that then the businesses kind of become competitive in who wants to sponsor that particular contest.
Joel, since we're here for public art on publicly owned streets and buildings, how would this apply for doing something like at a business or something? Can we do that?
You mean having these donations,
Having the Arts Commission involved
for private?
for private?
Yeah, I would probably stay away from that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Definitely would stay away from
I was thinking that
Yeah.
might be something too far.
No, I was thinking more like when we said Marion, but like if we did the display in a public place, then you'd put up some kind of a plaque or something that recognized the business that supported it as well as the kid or, the
So acknowledge the donor in addition to the artist.
Acknowledge the business owner that helped contribute to that. The city would acknowledge that. That way you're not giving privately to that business, but you're giving them some free advertising and a pat on the back. And,
Like sponsored by
yeah.
whatever.
So let me get this, we're not talking about putting art on private buildings.
Correct.
It's still public art, just asking for donations from private
Correct.
buildings to do it.
Asking a private business to sponsor the high school competition that would be an annual thing,
Publicly displayed.
publicly displayed. And then that way, that business gets the warm fuzzy of that advertising, which is related to the cause, which they don't get from regular advertising because the idea is that, I want to go eat at Charlie's because Charlie supports kids in art, and that's what I feel, warm to. And that's cause funding and cause advertising, which is very, very good advertising.
We on solid ground here, Joel?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about having like a little plaque or something, or how would you want to acknowledge the private business?
How would you
Seems to me a
acknowledge
plaque or
them?
something.
I don't know, put up a plaque, put a thing in the paper
Then
when
it
you
goes in the
stand there.
paper.
and-
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's just a temporary, it's only
Take a
like every
picture.
year, then I wouldn't do a plaque. I would probably just do it advertising.
okay.
I
Yeah,
think you can get away with that. I
If
don't think-
we're
I
only
know,
talking temporary art.
Like if we do an announcement, like so many other places do, sponsored by
Yeah.
so-and-so on the bottom.
Exactly.
So when we do the Facebook announcement and the other stuff like
Yeah,
that.
have their
Just have their, and acknowledging that they
something
sponsored
in
it for
paper.
2026.
So in terms of developing a program like this, I would say probably some of our first steps should be to do some site selection and get a good list of places that would be an opportunity for this. It would help us develop a budget for how much it would cost to create the artwork. And we could then set some parameters as to, is this an annual, and is this a temporary piece of public art that goes up just for a year? So once we have a list of sites, I think a list of potential partners, could it be the chamber and chamber businesses that rotate through? Could the chamber, or does the chamber offer challenges to their members to do these sorts of things? And is that a point of pride then that the chamber could offer additional recognition to its partners and its member businesses as the program goes forth? So I think really developing a program and then saying, yes, we can do it would be great. Identifying some locations, identifying some partners, identifying some some parameters for the program and a budget for what it might cost. And then, of course, listing advantages in terms of signage and recognition and promotion for the partners, as well as benefits for the students. Perhaps there's a scholarship component, for example, that could be developed along with this so that beyond just that year of exposure for the student, they have something to carry forward in a college application, that they were a winner of this commission, and then also that they may have some scholarship money attached to it. Just some thoughts in terms of how to develop it.
The chamber does have a scholarship fund that they maintain. They finance it through the raffles at the mixers every month. They do a 50-50 raffle, and half the money goes to the scholarship fund, and half the money goes to the lucky winner. Superstition, the artists of the Superstitions would be worth reaching out to just for their support for something like this. I know they used to do scholarships, and they gave up on that idea a long time ago, but they might be interested in renewing that interest.
Sorry. Does the high school have like an art booster club or an art club of sorts through which we could work? No? Okay.
Well, my thought was actually all the high school age students, so not exclusively AJ High School, but include the other,
Homeschool and everybody.
yeah,
All the
Yeah, 'cause we
the
have
homeschools
homeschool
and
and
charter
private
schools should
charter
definitely be
schools.
involved.
yeah.
Right?
So that
Open
it's
it to all.
the entire community.
High school age.
Open up to all of them.
Right. So in that plan, I guess a participant list would also be important to review.
Yep. And I like what you said. First of all, going through the chamber is a great idea. But identifying where we're going to put it first, because whoever, whatever businesses are going to come in, they're going to want to know where their stuff is going to be seen, where it's going to be seen and reflects back to them. But everything you said was spot on, I think.
Okay.
We have an
That's basically a plan. If we write up what you said first, we just need to find a spot, couple spots, then we'll reach out to the chamber after, but that's after we've figured out a budget, participants. What else did you say?
Potential partners.
Potential partners.
Yeah, and I think that the scope of the project really would be determined a great deal just by that site selection in terms of how many
Right.
locations could we do, what kind of medium might be appropriate in those
Right,
locations, and
right.
what the cost might be, what the installation needs might be. All of that would help inform a budget.
So it sounds like we've got some more decisions. As we go through that plan, we'll break it down and tighten up some of those other little decisions.
Yeah.
Diane, as our consultant, you've done a great job for us so far, you and our city staff, except for Rudy. You and our city staff, sorry, Rudy. What are your thoughts? And have you any experience with working with something like this? She's got thoughts.
With a student art contest?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Wow, we could
This-
use some new
I've worked for a
experience.
number of city entities, but they have not done student art contest. There was a program with the city of Goodyear where students were given funds to do a photography project. And the aim was there were areas of Goodyear that were changing very, very rapidly, and people wanted to kind of capture what it looked like at that point. So students went out and they took photographs, and then photographs were judged, and then they were printed up and they were hung in city places. So
That's a fun project.
That kind of sounds.
You know, I did have another thought about a student project, and that might be if we worked with an organization such as, or partnered with an organization such as Artists of the Superstitions, could we have a mentor-student partnership where we actually were sort of looking at an RFQ as opposed to a specific project? So we had the site, and then the artist was teamed with a student who was selected, and together they created something. It's just another possible way of looking at it that might give the student a real behind-the-scenes, artist-led experience as well.
Having 10 years' experience with the Artists of the Superstitions, that idea isn't going to fly.
Got it? Good to know.
It's a good
I don't
idea.
have that.
It's a great idea, but
Will they really want to do?
I don't see too many of the artists, if any of the artists in this area, wanting to sign up for a deal like that.
Okay, good to know.
There's two members of the organization that are both retired teachers, and they both run the art program for the artist group itself. And I know neither one of them's got a husband with severe health issues, and the other one is trying to make her name as an artist herself.
Sure.
And is keeping busy 24 hours a day just doing that. I don't think that'll work.
Good.
But I do you've got experience with setting up, between the city and Diane, you guys have experience in identifying locations for us to look at, probably coming up with criteria, because the criteria wouldn't be all that far different from what you know as normal RFQs, would it?
Are you talking about, because I know this is a question that was raised earlier, are we talking about having this contest and having the art put in a civic place or a privately owned
We're talking
property?
about a civic.
Civic? Okay.
Civic location.
Yeah, I think we have to identify some places.
Yeah, I was really kind of leaning towards vinyl because it's a nice, simple medium. And it would last for a few years, and it's not terribly expensive.
And we've already building up RFQ lists. We have a process for RFQs. Rudy, how do we get this thing going?
I think, well, we've heard a lot of ideas, Mr. Chairman. I think what we need to do is put our thoughts together at the staff level, maybe come up with an outline
Okay.
of how this process might work, what some of the criteria might be, come back to you and say, are we on the right track? You know, you want to make changes, you want different ideas, and try and lay out a plan.
Okay.
For how we might tackle this, where some of these art pieces can go. Maybe some of the sponsoring businesses could display pieces in their establishments.
Okay.
You know, things like that. So
So
we'll put
can we
together.
give you
some
that direction then?
Well,
Pardon?
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, there's one more thing.
Yes, sir.
There's a student youth council that also.
Yes,
Yeah.
That you really should include.
yeah, the Youth Advisory Committee,
Yes.
I
yes.
forgot about that. You've worked with them before, haven't you?
Yeah, with the traffic cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they narrowed down kind of their
Yeah,
suggestions.
They helped pick Shayla.
That's an excellent idea.
So we
Mr. City
definitely want
Attorney.
to include them.
Didn't mean to make
I
it
agree.
work for you.
I think they should too.
Well, we got to spend that money.
And
Well,
we can reach
yeah.
out to some
But
of
this is
the,
a different, this is.
we can reach out, I can
We
reach
can't
out to
spend
the
money
artists
here.
of the superstitions.
Yeah,
for instance,
$100
see
here,
if there's any
$100 there
interest
for
in
the
that.
vinyl.
Yeah, that's right. We would be spending
Yeah.
a lot of money with the vinyl.
We would be paying for the vinyl.
Yep.
And I could also reach out to the council, to the chamber, talk to Mary Ann about their scholarship fund, see if there's something they could do, and maybe we could get a partnership going through some of the groups. I'm still on speaking terms with the president of the AOTS. So I've known her for 20 years.
Okay, good.
So I'll reach out to her, and then when I go to the next mixer next month, I'll talk to Mary Ann. I won't be there this week, but I will be there next month.
May I add just one thing? I know it sounds like Artists of the Superstitions are not a good potential fit, but I just wanted to add, what I neglected to say was that if we did ask them to mentor or to partner, although that appears it wouldn't be viable, but I would say that I think it's very appropriate for us to always look out for the best interests of the artist, and I would never ask an artist to do something like that without a stipend, and having the stipend for participating be part of the project. So I just wanted to add that. I didn't want anyone to assume I was asking an artist to donate their time to be
That
part of our
stipend would
project.
have to be included then with the money that the donations, with the
Right.
donations covering. So
Yeah.
those stipends would have to be considered and then included in the total budget for the project.
Agreed. Yeah, that's my consideration. I just wanted to be super clear.
I'm more
that-
concerned not about the money, I'm concerned about the time. that
Sure.
Most of the, and I might be wrong. I mean, if we reach out to Maddie and the AOTS group, I'll say I won't be going to their meeting tomorrow, but I will be going next month. I accompany my wife there. I'm the driver. I can reach out to them, make a presentation, and see how many people would be interested. We have some great artists in that group. It's just whether they'd be interested in something like this, but for my part, I'll do that.
Some other people.
I'll reach out to the AOTS and the chamber and see if there's, engage their interest.
Well, and that would be a slightly different type of program. One would be having students submit artwork to be used as the artwork in the program. Another angle, and I guess, would be to have artwork created in a site-specific sense with or without an artist mentor. So there's kind of two components there.
I can actually see where the two could go together.
Okay,
If we had a mentor volunteer and we selected a student through the program, I'm talking multiples, and then have them, help them submit the RFQ, have them help design the project, and help them, and mentor them. I don't think we have any artists currently in the group that are what you would call public artists, but there are some really good artists. There's some good 3D artists and a lot of good 2D artists that it's worth a try.
yeah.
Okay?
And one of the things we want to watch out for doing too, because we all did it in the beginning when the Arts Commission was formed, was we all started thinking about all these different kind of programs that we could do in our community with art. And we had to dial it back because what we decided was this commission is to actually put public art in the city. We did say that if we wanted to review what the Arts Commission did and whether or not we wanted to bring on other programs like mentoring students or helping starving artists or doing more participatory art events, we decided that we would hold off on that, but that we could look at that again. And it's been enough years
It's been a
that
few
if we
years.
wanted to look at something like that again, and we could. But it's really easy to get sucked down that rabbit hole
Yeah.
of things that involve the community that pulls us away from our current mission, which is getting out public art that people can interact with now.
And that's one reason we have that gentleman sitting over in the
So
corner.
I just wanted
is
to
help
share
keep
that with
us-
some of our new
Help
members.
keep
and
us
stuff.
straight when it comes to legalities and things like that, and exceeding our scope.
Yeah.
Between him and Rudy, they'll tell us when we're getting out of range.
Yeah, well, we handed out the public art process this evening, as long as we're not violating our process, as long as we're expending funds where they should be expended. I think there's room for a little extra creativity on how we might be a friend to some of these different types of art promotion efforts.
Well, with this particular project, I think we're looking more at us as being more of a facilitator.
Right.
Than actually being actively involved in it. Am I correct there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's pursue that then.
Okay.
Can we have an answer by next week?
How about Christmas?
How about Christmas?
I would also want to be cognizant of staff time and
Yes.
whether or not it's realistic to, whatever scope is decided would be one that staff feels that they could take on without
That'll be part of.
undue pain.
As Rudy and Erica sit down and discuss this, that will definitely come into play, how much time we're taking from them, because I know the city's not going to let us utilize too much of their time for something like this. But
We'll find a way.
It should be
We'll
doable.
find a way.
cool.
Another thing we had talked about in the past was doing, using like a semi-truck container and having it be a pop-up gallery that could move around. We had seen pictures of ones before. So that might be something that we want to start to explore.
I think that's something that's going to really be out of our scope, isn't it?
Why?
Joel?
A
Kind of
public art
reminds me of the
gallery that
library,
pops up in
the
park.
library
It kind of reminds you of the library van.
van, yeah.
Well, I've seen in a number of different cities and actually in different countries too, really very successful public art projects that were container art. So it was almost a roll-up side, pardon me, talking with my hands, a roll-up side that would open and close, and the exterior would be 24/7 public art. And then there would be times that it would be open, and there could be almost an exhibition inside, sometimes by the same artist, or process pictures for that, or for current art projects going on. And those were a static container, but they did have some dynamic components inside. But without a doubt, it was I would define it as public art.
You would define it as public.
I would, absolutely.
I
yeah.
would too, but
Something to think about.
I'm going to have to think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say.
I do see that, I
yeah.
do see an advantage to that. We would be talking, putting it on city property. It would have to be maintained by city staff. So we're talking another flagpole thing here, or another, another display. Were you here for the famous flagpole discussions? Okay.
I think we're off the agenda.
What's there?
Yeah.
I think we're off the agenda.
Okay. I think that's something we can put on the agenda. Erica, can you put
Explore
that,
further.
can you put that in the agenda for next month?
Sure, I
Or for our next meeting?
can do that.
Thank you, Joel. Okay, information and reports. Commission, do we have any art-related news to discuss? Looks like a no. Director's report. Rudy, do you have anything to report?
None this evening, Mr. Chairman, other than I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone has a very merry holiday, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so now we come to call for future agenda items. I think we just added one to Erica. Anybody else have anything they want to see us discussing in the future?
I had a couple of thoughts, but again, this is because I'm new, so perhaps these things already exist, and if they do, please tell me. We'll send you something on the side and deal with that. But I mentioned specific to the project for the student public art contest discussion, site selection, and I wondered if there was, or if we could discuss at the next meeting, an overall site selection process for our public art projects, especially if we're doing site-specific. How do we decide on what sites we might choose for recommended projects and upcoming commissions? So
We do have such a process.
great.
That was one of the first things we developed as a Public Arts Commission was a site map and looking at things like that. So we do have that in place
Okay.
already.
Great. If there are any ideas in terms of site criteria or how we might rank the importance of a particular site for the next or a next couple of years, anything along that line that might help guide the process, I would like to review if it exists and/or discuss perhaps if it doesn't.
Typically, what we've done with that is when Rudy brings us sites, he'll bring us a list of sites, and we will discuss them among ourselves, and then as a group, we will prioritize those sites.
Perfect.
And then we go from there.
And he picks them based on ADOT and stuff like that, that might,
Yeah,
things that would limit us.
We got to be careful
He
that
tries to keep
where we
us
put
from being
them.
limited,
Like, we
yeah.
can't put anything on Idaho or on Highway 88 because that's state property, that's
Ordinances.
ADOT, and they get all touchy. So
That's
Rudy's
good.
very good at his job. He's very good at doing that for us and setting
Okay.
those up.
Then the other question I had also, and again, this could be that I'm, just because I'm new, but the collection maintenance program for the collection itself, I saw that we respect artist Vera rights, which is fantastic. Is there a collection maintenance plan or program? Is the collection reviewed periodically for any pieces that might be in disrepair, or is there a process for that? Are there any upcoming during this next year that we need to consider in that budget that we have? Can we use that budget also for repair or maintenance, or is that a separate item within the city budget?
Rudy, I think that's yours.
It's, well, it's within the guidelines, but Erica, these pieces are supposed to last a certain amount of time. If they start looking shabby,
I think she might be referring to the existing pieces that are out there, like the
they're all
sculptures that are out
fairly
there.
new. The dogs, the banners, the wraps, the thing at the multi-gen. So the art pieces that we have in the community are still fairly new, but our guidelines with artists do cover maintenance, long-term maintenance of art pieces.
Yeah, so all the new public art pieces, and specifically like the dog park, the artist has to submit before final payment a maintenance plan. And at this time, my understanding is that Parks and Rec, as they're going through and taking care of the dog park, they noticed if there's anything, mostly it just needs cleaning, but they will notice if there are like scratches or whatever else. The Kachina sculpture was completely repainted in the original colors. And we have a spreadsheet that Erica has, and it lists all the artworks. And at this time, I would like to know a little bit about if they're being reviewed on a regular basis. But for the most part, utility cabinets are, not an issue. The other vinyl projects, I don't think they're an issue. I don't think people can really get to them. But yeah, for all new artworks, there's going to be a maintenance plan.
I believe for the Kachina, to restore the Kachina was 7,000. I believe to restore the Kachina was 7,000.
And that one actually came out of general fund.
He was clean.
It didn't come out of the art budget.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
didn't come out of
That
our,
project predated the.
Predate the,
That's
predated
right,
the
predated.
commission.
doesn't
Correct.
count with us.
But that
that's
doesn't count with our.
And I
Yeah.
believe that would be the same for the older pieces as well. Is that correct, Rudy?
Yeah.
If they need maintenance.
Yeah, the ones that go
But
through the
then-
public art
Right,
process.
but for the new pieces, that would come out of the art budget.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the discussion. I think both of those then have been touched upon, so I would probably withdraw those as future agenda items. Thank you.
Okay, any other suggestions for future agenda items? Okay, moving on to selection of meeting dates, times. Do we have a motion to select the next meeting date?
Monday, January 12th.
That'd be Monday, January 12th. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I now adjourn the meeting at,
Mr. Chairman, we do need a motion and a second for the next meeting date.
oh, okay. Who wants to second that?
We need to make a motion, right?
Yes.
Or-
Yes.
Okay,
Which you did.
I'll make a motion. I'll make that motion. Next meeting, Monday, January 12th, 5:30 in the city council chambers.
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Commissioner Cooper,
Yes?
Commissioner Meek,
Yes.
Commissioner Smithson,
Yes.
Chairman Danford.
Yes.
Vice Chair Klett.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I now adjourn the meeting at 6:12 PM.